I actually want Kaiser to win for once. I want him to get a W.
No, Kaiser, it's okay. It's okay. Keep your idea.
Yeah, the
Kaiser,
idea is
build
irrelevant,
it.
man. It's the
Kaiser,
functionality
build
that
it. Let it
matters, right?
work,
That's
and
what's
I
in
can
there.
buy it. If it's working, I can buy. Yeah, you can send me the source, or if you don't want to send me the source, the license, whatever how you want to do it. But
By the way, I dropped a link for the Indian stack system. What Kaiser's trying to do is similar to that system, so you can just read up on that one. And the nice thing is it's open source, so you can even get.
Kefaro, don't understand. If you want part of the business in some point, shape, and form, you must go through Ike. You cannot dodge it.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I'll speak with Ike.
Kaiser's the water boy, bro. He's not going to help you with shit.
No, definitely not water boy. But yeah, Ike is a financier, so he's a majority shareholder.
Of course.
I know that he brings the money. He is not dusty.
No, Ike has got money, man. Ike has got money. I respect him. Who's on this stream is paying $500 on one.
Typical Africans. You guys always respect people with money. There you go.
No. Ike is also high IQ, Caesar. It's not just money.
Of course. Ike, Caesar, you need to respect people with money. But he's not just. The
white man has the most money, so.
But Africans do respect the white man. Is it the news? They do respect them. No, it's good to have money and intelligence. I respect that kind of money and intelligence. I don't respect stupid, low IQ, and rich. No.
So Caesar is talking about you.
About low IQ, but I'm not rich, so you got me on that one.
Yeah, and don't worry, I deleted that other stream, so it's good.
Nah, it's too late. You already lost the contract. Ghana's doomed.
No. There's no.
No, it's not too late. It's not too late. But if I were a backstab Nigerian, that is just a hypothetical, like a theory. It's not reality. If I were a backstab Nigerian, I would already recorded. I would have recorded already part of the streams we're talking about.
No, here's the thing. Even if you recorded, nothing would happen. You think Nigeria? What's Nigeria gonna do? Copy what they're doing? They're not gonna do that.
No, it means to send it to my
guys.
Do they even check their email? Who are you gonna send
no,
information in Ghana?
No, it's not about scamming. It's about the partnership. I would send it to the other partners and say, look, he's a liability. Must get rid of him. So I can get a bigger cut.
Man, these people know that I'm a wild card already, right? It's not like they think I'm some. They have a different idea of me, so that's already part of their measurements.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to say, don't see African as stupid. They're very, how should I say it, fox-like. They hit you when you don't expect it.
Right.
I think African government, they need to actually chip in and help. We need like.
No. The only way you guys keep talking about this from the wrong perspective. Only way forward is this, right? People like me, people like you need to build businesses, and the government will go and support those businesses. There's nowhere government should go invest in some random dusty thing until they're showing proof of work. So
this is what I mean. Like there's some data about citizens that only government have, like private people, like private individuals can have.
Which one? For example, government don't have any information.
No, like for example, like I don't know, like let's say like national ID, like registered citizens. They know they have people's data. You understand? Like, so why can't, for example, the government in my country can create an API to verify ID? You understand?
Wait, hang on. They don't even have what you said is wrong. They don't have data on citizens. They have data on
exactly. Only that API to verify citizenship, and people can use it in your app to verify the user. Something like basically.
Hang on, Kefaro, you're missing the point here, right? In Africa, we're dealing with a pioneering sort of Wild West. You have to build the system, then sell your idea to the government.
Then you can't have that data.
No, that's the thing. You don't need the data, Kefaro. That's the point. You just need to build the system. The data can just be input. You get it, right?
What data are you talking about, Kefaro?
Okay, Kefaro. Let me say what Kaigo's saying. What Kaigo said, you need to be able to build a system that can gather the data. And then you go to the government and say, look, this is what I can do. I've done it in a city of like 100,000 people. If you give me the opportunity to do it, I can do it in your country. Just help me establish in every government office, establish a place where people can come and do that.
Don't be like the people who invented the internet and then gave it to the fucking government. Don't be lazy like that.
No, we won't be that. Don't worry.
Okay, Kaiser, like I was trying to do something. I needed to verify people's passport. You understand? That's the kind of data I don't have. Only the government, like
you don't need that data though.
Let me finish. Like the ministry of that in charge of making passport, they have that data. I was telling them, why don't you create an API that people can people can buy? So when you come to my app, I say scan your data, simple, and we can verify your name from the Cameroon National, I don't know, database. But they don't even understand. They don't want, because that data to them, that you can't have people's data. We want people to put them inside themselves. It might be wrong. It might be just full of bogus and repetitive information. Okay. You understand? If you're expecting like the user, how do you trust the user to put that kind of information that you're going to depend on? It needs to be. You need to take so many criteria. You understand? Just let people put in data. They'll put people who say from 10 years. They'll say they're 2 years old, and your system is just going to be.
I mean, this is why you need to work with some new upcoming governor, at state level.
That's the problem with like managing some important data privately.
Yeah, sure. But these are not real problems, you know. If you're serious about that project, you'll get it. You'll figure it out, the solution to it, right? But you prefer to be a farmer.
It's good. It's a good idea. I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is. So to me, I think let's start like small community apps that try to solve community problems. You know, something like I want to do something that people think I'm stupid. Just make a simple API like for local birds. You understand? Some kind of research purpose that someone can come and know things small like that and build upon. You never know. You can use it for teaching and things like that. You understand? I've tried so many things with the Cameroon government. These people, their head is just some like.
Man, what would you expect, man? They have their brain is the size of a shrimp.
And Gafar, I think that's why Pan-Africanism is so important. We have to start branching out. You know, if my
we really because that math system, there could be no corruption, like especially the one for education. You could easily tell the best child in math in the whole country. Maybe they may have so many with the same score, but we want to give the best child in the same country the scholarship. Go straight in the database. But now no one knows. You can just call some random person, they pay you. It's just messed up. And they know if you bring that kind of a system, it's gonna stop them from corruption, and they don't want it. What are you gonna do? So you're gonna create your own and start feeding your own data. How is that data even correct?
No, Kafar, I think what the thing is, and we were talking about this the other day. Once, like, let's say Rwanda does something, right? They have a high-speed train. Let's say Kenya does something. You have high-speed train connecting all the major cities.
Once this stuff, people will use it. That's it. That's what Caesar is saying.
What?
Build the technology. Build infrastructure. People use it. That's
not just that. Also, when one government does it, other people are going to say, "Wait a minute, they did that. Why can't we do it?"
Oh shit! You see why you guys got me out here talking about shit outside of NDA? Ike was always here listening in the back chat. You see, that's what I'm saying. You niggas out here need to
don't get me wrong.
I told you, Kaiser.
Sorry. I mean, I didn't even ask so many questions, but sorry.
Man, Ike, from one Nigerian, one Nigerian to another. Don't grip the balls of Kaiser too hard.
Yeah, give him a break.
Kaiser is okay.
Right now.
Make him a Chester of your group.
But Kaiser, don't you think that telling your story can inspire young Africans?
No. You can't go against NDAs, man. This is business, right? This is a private company, so no stories. You can tell them the basics, but you shouldn't be going around. At the end of the day, it's a private company that has to make private money and income, right? The moment you start going against
it's good, yeah. We need that. It's good. We need to do. I'll just give you an example. Like, but my something that Africans, I don't know if they're scared of technology, even if it do them no harm. You understand? Like my company before, people were coming late because there was no way you could verify. They had this stupid ledger. You can come and write your name and your time, so you can come attend the electronic card thing reader. You just need to put people. It's not even going to the internet. It has a local computer that stays all this data. People come and they say they like it. Why can't you just buy something like that? And they complain that people are not coming late. We told them these things are not expensive. With like $50, you have a whole complete package. Why don't you buy it? Oh, this thing, that. So you don't know, man.
No, but Kifaru, I do have a competitive advantage, right? For example, right now I've been working on. I got sick, so I wasn't able to do some work. Right now I can. I'm doing a little bit of YouTube, then working right on the other side. I have a competitive advantage. I'm not out here paying expensive rent like you retards in the West. I'm earning $300 a month on YouTube to pay for my bills and my food. Then on the time extra, I can actually work on technology. You guys can't do that, right? You guys are out here.
Come on, Kaiser. Right? The quality of life in the West is better. You may die of malaria.
Really, Kifaru? Quality. I've had a much better life here, man. Look how many bitches I get every day. Much better food. Much better access to a house.
Those Africans, smelling environment, people peeing and defecating everywhere.
Who cares about the pee? Why would you go near the pee, Kifaru? That's like, why would you? There, and then there's a mansion there. Why would you go near the shit, Kifaru? Like, come on. Like,
man, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
You can have a really good life in Africa, but it's not. You if you know what you're doing, but it's
apparently I caught malaria. Well, you retards caught the co-fleet, so you know it is what it is, right? It's not like I
was just joking.
No, I know, obviously from your end. No. Africa is better. That's the reality.
What's that? Indians?
Kaiser almost lost his life batting malaria last week, bro. At least I survived it, man. Like, it is what it is. But I survived it, man. I didn't even take any medicine in the end. Like, niggas like me were like, oh yeah, no. Guys, take medicine. Listen to your doctors. It's the best way forward. Let me not say something stupid and get demonetized again like last time. I literally got demonetized for talking about medicine.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into this Indian stack. It seems it's something that makes sense, but I think the Indian government is involved. I don't think this guy started without the help of the Indian government. I'm gonna see into it. They need that collaboration.
Yeah, Mr. says Kaiser gets $1 Pumtang, like he shows us. Okay, Mrs. H, right? Are you jealous that I can get it for $1? Right, bro? I literally negotiate until 70 cents. So shout out to me. Are you jealous, Mrs. H? Are you jealous? Right? Yeah, but Snake Man, it's kind of interesting. I've noticed from what Mrs. H was saying earlier, right? How come you niggas can't get women? Bro, I literally been with every single woman from every part of the world. Indians, whites, Fulanis, Nigerians.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, people like Mrs. H think it's like the biggest issue to get women, man. It's like, it's not, Mrs. H. It's like getting money, getting successful, rich, and building the industry.
Mrs. H confuses us with white boys.
No, I think Miss H, something bad really happened to her with black people. You understand?
Yes, interest.
She's just anti-black men. I think she wants to project.
Yes, because she's wants to rest.
Wait, what is SO? What is S/O? I don't know. Is that some American thing? Is it like Save Our Souls? I don't know.
SO.
What is that?
Miss H is just so anti-black men. I don't know what they did to her.
No, it's true.
She would date a mad white man than a successful black man. She's been that.
Maybe she got the brick movement. Maybe some Somali bricked her.
Oh my goodness! Go ahead. Now, Mrs. H she's a woman. She has kids, I believe, and etc. But yeah, she does hate black men, just like Cynthia G. I don't know what happened between her and black men.
I don't know. Synthetic G.
Synthetic G.
It means the same. It's the same woman who literally bought a flight ticket to get pregnant by Dusty Man.
Yeah, shut up. Peter Man says Kaizo is still a virgin. Masturbating doesn't count, bro. That's why your left arm is bigger than the right. Mashallah to you, brother. 100%. So donate to me, nice fat $20, so I can go afford to get a real woman. 100% to you, Peter Man. Mrs. H would rather date a poor white man than a rich black man. That's true. Yeah, Dusty Manchester United. Get the money and run the jail block. Yep, exactly. Dusty Manchester. All the weirdos are coming out of the woodworks. Caesar, most of you are incels, but Kaiser shows. Yep. Okay, apparently all of us saying so. Clearly proves your point.
No, she's just projecting. Mrs. H, go to Weevil's Vikings. If you want to see answers, go to Weevil's Vikings.
Yep. Exactly.
Like they're talking about cutting the balls off. Like what?
Is Mrs. H that lady that was bitten by with a brick? It might be her.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah.
know. Is that Miss H?
Mm-hmm.
For real?
Yeah, it explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah. I first thought of her when I saw that lady. I think she's the one with that kind of character. Miss H, be careful how you run your mouth.
No. Let's not threaten black women.
No, you can't. You don't beat black women, man.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Guys, let's defend black women. If you see a black woman in danger, you must defend her as a black man. And no matter what kind of black, it could be Kushite, it could be Nilot, it could be Bantu, it could be a hyena. Just to make sure, as long as a black woman, you support it. Let's support all black women. MashaAllah. Wa barakatuh, inshallah.
Wait, come on, guys. Wait, are you serious? That's Miss H, or guys are just being funny?
Man, chill. That's not Mrs. H.
Who cares, man?
Like Mrs. H is funny. She's not crackhead insane. Like stop.
Yeah.
She's funny, but she's not crackhead insane.
She's not that insane.
No, but the Somalis ladies on this stream are not that crackhead. It's the men that sometimes just go out of the extraordinary. I'll say most Somali men
crackhead.
Yeah.
No. You must understand. Most Somalis prefer off with England. They don't take cracks. They just drink alcohol.
Okay. Let me tell you the reality. Yeah, Somali men are from in England are from Mrs. H tribe, the Isak. Isak men had the genocide against them, right? When the other Somalis actually threw some bombs and killed 100,000 of them. That's why they're so violent, right? And instead of directing the anger against Somalis, they direct it against Bantus. You get what I'm saying? That's the real truth. I'm not exaggerating.
So they're coping.
Yeah, they're coping, right? That's why they're very masculine, hyper masculine, because they have to cope over what happened to them by the Darods, right? People from the Ice tribe. They massacred people from Mrs. H tribe. That's the reason why Somaliland is a different country from Somalia, because Somaliland is people from Mrs. H tribe, the Isak. That's the truth.
Mrs. H, when someone who comes from a tribe who gets his ass whooped all the time, just deal with it. Let's move on. Come on, man. You cannot be angry.
Listen, the Isak are just like the Wangers. They let the white. Why do you think the other Somalis don't like them? Because they invited the British in and they worked with them. They were the collaborators against the Somalis. You see what I mean? So the whole history there. Somalilanders are just like the Wangers, man.
We are the least protected and most disrespected. I mean, if also Somalis drop bombs on you, I don't think you're
why you guys are the least protected, though, right? Think about it, right? You're always talking about how independent, strong black woman you are. Listen, my girlfriend, when she comes here, she says, Kaizo, can I have $7, right? And I say, why? What are you gonna do for me? She says, whatever she says, and you see what I mean, right? She gets protected. But these dusty black women out here trying to think they're equal and shit. That is never gonna work. If you're equal, then you get right.
That's just copying. I don't see why you guys even take those ladies serious. They're just.
I don't take her serious. No. The problem is she talks with the wrong continent. If you have problems in America, Mrs. H.
Yeah, hang on, BT. Wait, hang on, BT. You have to. It says your main connection device not connected. You have to change.
Who's trading forex?
What
one second. Wait, 1 second, guys. 1 second.
Is that the money you lost? Is that the money you lost right there?
No. That's not my account. Don't worry. But BT,
guys, that's a risky game.
No. 1 second. Actually, BT, you have to click on mute, unmute, video on, video off, so I can bring you up. It says device not connected, brother. But yeah, we got that Smiley over here. Shout out to you, Uncle Duale. What is good? By the way, Uncle Duale, mashallah.
What's up? Can you hear me? Khabarigani, my friend.
Muzuri sana.
Hakuna matata. Mimi nataka kuma yako.
Do you know what this nigga just said to you?
Kunani matata.
Do you know what this nigga just said to you?
Do not translate them. Let them think of it.
Okay. I won't tell him. Yeah. But this nigga was crazy.
So, what's up? What's going on? What's the topic of today?
Wait, Dwale, it's true. You did live.
I'm going to work now. Yeah.
Yeah, Dwale, you did live in Kenya a little bit, right? And Djibouti, obviously.
No, I lived in Djibouti a lot, and I visited Kenya so many times.
Oh, that's why you are so calm and relaxed. That's why you are different.
Also Ethiopia, so.
That's why you are so different.
I know the place.
I'm not gonna lie.
So I know the place. I know the whole Horners. I am the true Horner here. Horner. I'm always Horner.
It's good.
Yeah,
it's
Dwale,
good.
can you show us? One second, Dwale. Uncle Dwale, show us your Bantu face. Show them how a real Somali should look like, not like those Arabs. Go ahead, brother.
Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
Just give me
but
1 minute.
The truth is like you can easily communicate with DJ or Dwale. It's you can talk with him.
Dwale is a real brother, man.
Keep a conversation. But the other Somali,
he's a Somali Bantu. Somali Kushite.
Yeah, well, right? Kafaru must understand. He's old. He's an elder like you. That's why. Like gives also wants 20 years.
I'm not old. I'm only 40 years old. What the hell are you talking about?
No, the guy talking is 24, so he has a reason.
They are children, man. Baby.
Exactly. That's so many.
And I'm in the middle, right? I'm like around 30, so I'm in the middle of you two.
I mean, when I follow your hairline, you could be 60.
but see, Snake Man.
No, that's a Somali airline, man.
You sound like 40 years. I don't know why.
It's an accent.
Yeah, but guys, in my culture, if you are over 40 years old, you know how the mortality rate is in Horners. 40 years of age. That means, come on, you're gonna go to the mosque or to the church and just. Just think about your next life, man. It's finished. It's already finished.
True.
Who's doing Fiat or is that Fiat? Don't do that thing, man. Don't go there.
No, don't worry. We're just seeing the numbers.
What the hell? Guys, I will be coming like 2 or 3 minutes. I have to do some fatherly and husbandly duty. Okay.
Okay, enjoy coming, brother. We hope you have a good time.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Okay, shout out to you, brother. Make sure you come really nicely. Oh my God, man. No, shout out. Dwale is a good brother, man. He definitely is a very good brother, man.
I think he explains his age. It's more said, but I don't think it's the age. I know people who are older than him who are still like Dusty, still have mind of 15 years old, still go on TikTok and making like stupid videos and things like that,
Yeah, but as you said, like a lot of these are young men without a purpose. They're trying to, instill their, their masculinity, right? That's what's happening. That's what you see all over TikTok, Kifaru. When they relax a little bit, they get tamed, right? Do you know how many of them we've tamed? We've tamed a lot of them. Shout out to you, Mo, brother. He's over there in the chat. He's too scared to call in these days. So, it is what it is, Mo. And shout out to
the Mo we know, or is a different
Mo? That's Mo Solomon, yeah. Somalia women are beautiful, wonderful. I helped my Somalian girlfriend set up a business. We now have one of the best. Oh my God, you're clearly trolling, right? You're crazy. Man. You're crazy. There's no. Gosh. Right? Musho Dasi is the Zimbabwean.
Somalians can do massage business. That's haram, bro. Come on.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Ike, over there in the plane. Masha. I don't know what gods Ghanaians have, like what the slant-eyed god or some shit. I don't know, man. But yeah, shout out to you, brother.
I wouldn't be surprised. Ike, I have the deepest respect for you, but I have the feeling in your younger days you were one of those Nigerians who had a lot of money around him and make photos.
Yeah, he still got money. It's not changed anything. He just grew up with the money.
No, but what I respect about Ike, right? Ike had money even before he went to America, but he tried to only use the money that he made himself. So clearly, the guy is above us, right?
He didn't do the typical rich American thing. A little loan for my father, 1 million. Little loan.
No. The nigga used to work in warehouses until he made his own money. So yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, that's what I say. I have the deepest respect for him.
Yep.
But for some reason, I cannot trust him. I don't know why.
Yep. Exactly. These men are delusional. Most are bro. West African overrate them. Oh my God. Issa Shira, shout out to you, my Somali brother over there, right? No, let's not call Somali women nasty, right? Somali women are beautiful. They are created by God, and mashallah to them, right? Let's not be mean to Somali.
I mean,
women.
something must be broken if they create those men.
No, listen. Somali men are good because they create Somali women. Let's just leave it there.
No, also good quality in Somali, man.
No, the Somali men are like good sperm donors, right? That's all they are. So shout out to them, and that's all I'm gonna say. No, I'm obviously joking, right? Somali men are good people. Some of my best friends are Somali men. We go out all the time. We go to the massage together. Somali men are good people. This is just comedic relief for YouTube listening out there. I can say I'm getting excited with the money. Shout out to you, Benin guy. But anyways, BT brother, are you there?
Hey, what's up? I thought you guys were talking about stock market investment or stuff like that earlier.
Yeah, we were talking about. So tell us a little bit about your trade. The floor is yours.
Today was just more of more puts and calls today. Market fell below. I don't know how much you guys are into stock trading, but it was you could do earlier puts earlier today, but just money off of drops a few puts, but it's above the VWAP. So it's a positive market today if you're into calls. But I'm just waiting right here. You see right here, I'm waiting for this just to fall below the VWAP because I see more acts here. And if it drops over here, I'm gonna wait for it to come from here down to here. That should be about a 30 to 40% gain for today if that happens. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. That's my play for today.
Interesting. So what sort of stuff do you trade usually?
Options, mostly options. That's just options. That's my thing. I'm not into. I mean, I've done your penny stocks and but this is more stable. Options is more stable, and I can study the market. But I mostly just do SPY, Tesla, Microsoft. Just put about 3 or 4 option stocks, just study on the company. And I just do like quarterly gains, like reports, and then just edge the bet on that one. And that's it, about a couple of hours a day, and that's it.
Interesting. So you'd rather have something more stable that you can use, like let's say research to deal with, or
like earnings report. So if they're about to declare the earnings on a Monday, you could, if they made money, or if you look at previous quarterlies, you can just buy some calls on a Friday, and look at what happened to Nvidia. Nvidia went up by.
It's going up crazy, right?
Yeah. So imagine if you bought a call on a Friday and it went up 40 points, that is almost 1,200% of whatever you put in. So you can do quarterly reports, look at the earnings, and play that. So if they lose money in the quarterly earnings, you play the puts. If they make money, you play the calls. So pretty much that's it.
Makes sense. And also when you're dealing with options, right? It's defined by a specific sale amount on a future date. Meaning, if it actually goes up, let's say you predict that you sell at a certain price and you're hoping it goes up, then you're guaranteed to make that money because you sealed it by a contract. Is that what you're saying?
Right. I mean, if you buy in the money, then you make. But people want to buy for cheap out of the money. So if it goes the way they want it to go, they make more money. But I just buy in the money just to be safe. So if I lose something, I can cut my losses easy and leave. But if it's good, it's the other way. So I mean, I'm into healthcare, so I have other things I'm doing. But this is good too. So I mean, if you're making as much as you're making at your daytime job or even more, so it just it works out. But do you guys day trade, or you don't do that at all?
I've day traded before. I don't know. I don't think I can call in, but he does more of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency sort of trading. Yeah, for me personally, I'm working more on. I'm actually buying stocks in companies and getting some, quarterly dividends. I feel that's obviously the most stable version. Obviously, you get the least amount of potential to make money, but yeah, right now I'm trying to learn that sort of trade more. I've tried day trading before. It didn't go bad and didn't go wrong, right? It is what it is.
Look at Disney. Can you see Can you see my screen? Look at Disney.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Oh, hang on, BT. Just before we go, and guys, this is not a financial. We're not trying to tell you about finance. No. We're just having fun. This is just for entertainment. Yeah, but go ahead.
Look at Disney. So if you are just buying puts, you'll be making a lot of money because that company is just. They're done in my opinion. Like look. They're just falling apart. Like look at it.
Yeah.
From 200 from 2021, they're like down to 79 a day.
Oh, wow.
So as they go down, you can be making lots of money as they collapse. See, people are making money on puts.
Yeah, of course, right.
Yeah, so yeah.
So interesting. Yeah. But do you not think they'll start rising once? Because the issue with Disney is the whole political stuff, right? Because they keep making movies that don't have that feeling. A lot of people, especially the millennials, are refusing to take their kids to see these movies. Can't you make a call that they will start changing their business decisions and start doing like a long call on them, like rising up, right? What do you think? Yeah, go ahead.
I wouldn't buy anything right now because what happened is they overpaid for Marvels. They overpaid for Fox.
Too much. Yeah.
They overpaid for that. And they really make money from the theme parks. That's pretty much it. That's where they make their money. It's not really the movies, theme park. But what brings you to the theme parks is those movies, those Star Wars. That's what brings you in. So I need to see what they do with ESPN. If they sell ESPN, then I will buy back in. They need to. They make money from ESPN, but they need to sell some assets. If they sell ESPN to I know Apple wants to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Apple wants to buy it. Amazon is interested because they have the new NBA deal coming up. So, because I don't think they can afford to pay the NBA the money they want. So you might be watching your NBA or NFL on Amazon or Apple. So I want to see what Apple. If Apple makes a move on them, I will buy back in. But until then, they're gonna keep falling. About let me even see. I'll say. About 79. Yeah, that's gonna go down to about 70. So until then, I'm just gonna watch it. But you can make money as it collapses, though. You can make money off of it. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
But why do you hate African bonds, though? I heard you talking about African bonds.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you why. Okay, so I can. Okay, you know what? Give me a second. Let me set up my second screen on my computer so I can do this a little bit easier. But there's a legitimate reason, and I'll show you why. Right? And I think that Ethiopia is okay. Let me collect my thoughts first, and then I'll express my idea. I've got my second screen up now. Let me go set that up. Yeah, but there's actual logic to it. Okay, cool. So one of the issues with African bonds is okay. Let me just show you the Ethiopian bid. Okay, I like using Ethiopian bid. Okay, so 1 second. Dollar to Ethiopia and bid across time. Yeah, I just want to share my graph a little bit, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. The dollar US Treasury market is the best one, and it's the only one I would actually invest in. The UK, maybe, but the dollar is it, right? We all know why. Okay, it's cool. Let me find. This is just 180 days. Okay, great. No, that's not good enough. Let me find something a little bit more crazy. 5 years. Okay, cool. 5 years. Yes, that's it. Perfect. I'm gonna share my screen now, and then I'm gonna share what I mean here. Okay, so here is exactly what I mean with African market. Okay, so I've shared my screen. So this is dollar to BID. BID is the Ethiopian currency. Wait 1 second. I'm supposed to make it bigger, not smaller. Okay, look at that, right? So this is a 5 year period of time. Now, 5 years ago, $1 was around 27 bir. Right now, $1 is around, this is official market. If you go in the black market, it's even crazy. It's like 80 bir. But officially, $1 is right now it's around 57 bir. No, it's actually 60. So from 27 bir to 60 bir in just 5 years. So how can I give the government my money for a 5-year maturation point if I've lost 100% of my money? 100% of the money, meaning that money actually didn't just not make money, it actually lost money on opportunity cost. I could have invested it somewhere else in assets, for example, housing. I would invest in African real estate because growing population, growing city population is going to increase the asset of that property. But when it comes to bonds, you're more or less losing money because if I invested 5 years ago in Ethiopian market, 27 bir now is around 60 bir. That's 100. Well, not over, but it's almost 100%. Lost in gain. So any money that's more 5%, 10% I would have gained, really, I haven't gained anything. I've actually lost, and you take that away from the 100%. So realistically speaking, I would have lost 80% of the value of my money by investing in government bond. And Ethiopian bir is not the only one. We can use Nigeria's recent issue with the Nigerian currency going from $1 is 400 naira to about $1 is now 780 naira. Same situation in like. Yeah,
do you know what the benefit of that is for me in diaspora though? Because I've actually sold like a lot of shares, like my own parts of some companies I have board membership on, and it kind of doubled, but the price of land and houses got cheaper because people are desperate for cash.
Yeah. So
they will sell at a very, below the market price just to get the cash.
Yeah, liquidity. Yeah,
they are. Everybody's pretty much liquidated, but lands and properties are just.
What I'll say is, you can do what the Ethiopian government did to build their dam. You go and open up an euro dollar. Well, when I say euro dollar, I'm assuming euros, dollars, or pounds. Bonds account with your government. Most African governments offer that. Then you give them the money in the euros or dollars. That way, you're guaranteed actually great returns on your money. And now, obviously, after the African currency has become useless, now your money is actually worth a lot more. So, I would recommend, again, this is not financial training. We're just discussing this for entertainment purposes only. But if I was to do that, I would go and, give them dollars and then ask them to give me back dollars. And then once they give me back the dollars, I would be actually making money a lot there because they need the dollars, right? They need the euro dollars to purchase goods from outside of the country and keep the country running, like buying fuel for making electricity or whatever it is that they need. That would be my suggestion if someone was to ask me. So, by the way, so I don't know. I think you disappeared a little bit, BT, over there. No voice on the internet.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Sorry, I didn't. I thought I was. Right. So, but like even the cash and flow I have in Nigeria now, I can't even take it out to bring it here because it won't make any sense in terms of the exchange rate.
Oh yeah, true.
So what I'm resorting to do is just buying more shops. Those big markets that we have in Nigeria, they're always expanding. So they are doing 2-3 floors. So just buying more shops and renting it out. So I'm like, the money just stays there for now. Just buy more shops, buy more lands, and just hold. Because I can't even, even if I liquidate the money, it doesn't make any sense to even bring it back in dollars anymore. There's no point. So just put it in assets and just leave it there. And
and that's what I mean by like Africa buying assets is one of the better ways, because especially let's say if you had land in Lagos or like a big city, because population wise and also business interest wise, you are guaranteed for your assets to actually gain hundreds and hundreds of percentages within the next 20-30 years. So if you're willing to do the long game, actually assets free. I'll give you an example of my mom, right? My mom bought like just one example, right? A property for, I believe it was $30,000, right, in a certain sub-city, Nairobi. What happened is that price of that house after 10 years, and again, this is I'm accounting for inflation, rose up to about $150,000. Now, what that means is, right, if I account for inflation, it's about $100,000 from that 30,000. So she made at least 70,000, right, just within 10 years. I'm talking about including inflation, right? That is one of the ways that I would invest if I was in Africa. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is simply for entertainment purposes. But in terms of the whole government bonds, our currencies are too unstable for me to give my government money unless I'm giving it in dollars, and then the contract states that they pay me back in dollars.
Do you guys have in your own country? Do you have because our banks have options of they have all this what's called the domicile account where you can save those kind of you can save in dollars in Nigeria.
We have them.
It keeps up with inflation. So that way I could put money in there because Nigeria has a very, very wonderful interest rate in terms of banking.
But BT, you do realize, let's say, okay, so we have a black market, obviously. You can get it from Eastleigh where the Somalis are. Also, we have a white market if you use it through the banks legitimately. The thing is this, right? Even if you look at the crazy banks exchange rates, which you don't even need to use it, you can actually find other exchange rates within the country. Again, I'm not teaching anyone anything. I'm just saying the facts out there. Right, but let's assume you use the bank's exchange rates. Even if you took your money today and exchange that money into dollars or euros and you put it in the bank for 5 years, you actually end up saving way more money saving in those dollars or euros than you would if you saved it in just that currency. So,
right. So, but what African currency would you like think? Which one is the most stable right now?
The rand is probably the most stable, large market currency that we have so far.
Right now.
Because the rand is used in Namibia, it's used in Botswana, it's used in Lesotho, it's used in South Africa, etc. for trade. So the rand, I would say the rand, because I can even show you the last 5 years on the rand. It's the least fluctuating large market currency that I have seen. There are other currencies too that are relatively stable, but they're from, let's say, countries that are too small for the currency to matter in any sort of large scale, right? Currency that you can't even get a hold of unless you're connected with people from that country. The rand, you can actually buy the rand in a lot of African banks, etc. So I would not invest in Naira, I would not invest in shilling, Ethiopian birr, none of these currencies. Maybe the rand is possible. That's like a close one. Because I can show the last 5 years, the rand, the dollar against the rand, and you'll see that it's much less fluctuating than a lot of these currencies. Let me just pull this up.
Wow, that's surprising. I was thinking something more like North Africa would be stable.
No, North Africa is a lot less stable. Actually, it's usually like a misnomer. Yeah, sure, companies like companies. Yeah, let me 1 second. I'm looking for the 5-year one because I want to compare the same data. Okay, let's see. 14. Yeah, look at this, right? Now I'm going to share a 5-year rand, and you're going to see a big difference, right, between what I just showed you earlier, the Ethiopian market, right? So Ethiopia, we saw $1 was 27 birr. This is an official market, right? And $1 was 27 birr. Today, it's $1 is around 57 birr, or let's just say 60, right? Almost 100% decrease in value. Now, if you look at the rand 5 years ago, $1 is 15. $1 is 15.32 rand. Today, 1 rand is 19. You can see it's only increased by 5 rand. That's a much, much, much lower increase. You get what I'm saying, right?
Right. Wow.
Yeah. So the rand is actually. Yeah, the rand is probably one of the strongest currencies in Africa, especially from a large market, right? I'm not talking about those irrelevant countries like Mauritania, where the fluctuation might just be similar. I mean like a real economy used by like 4 or 5 countries.
Because I know some Africans that round trip their money even when that, and they make it's illegal just to move money that fast around because you're pretty much shortening on currencies. So they know some countries are free falling. And those few spikes, they can make some good money
Mhm.
betting against
if
the
you
dollar.
know, for example, the whole Nigeria free floating stuff. Do you know how many? Okay, here's the thing, and this is just my opinion. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. My opinion is people like Dangote knew prior to the Nigeria shorting the market. I believe
they made billions overnight, pretty much, because you just went from 400 to 900, like 700. So you already know, you just bet against it, then you get billionaire instantly.
Exactly. I believe people like Dangote were already told about the floating currency change, and they were able to short the market and then predict on the reduction of the market, so that they would make the equivalent, if not more, money than the so-called lost by the evaluations. So, if you're connected enough, I believe you Storyteller says, of course, yeah. That's how the markets really work in general. So yeah, if you know about specific things that people are doing, yeah, it's kind of crazy. 2021, South Africa rand was doing really well here. They were the same level it was almost 5 years ago. So clearly now we know what's happening. So South Africa, an example, is the lack of electricity. So the reason why, this is my opinion, but my opinion is the reason why it's even rising, not that much, but still rising, is because of what happened with it's because of what happened between the lack of having coal as a power producer in South Africa, right? They signed deals with the European Union about reducing carbon emissions. So right now, that's why they have to exchange so much of their money in order to even just kind of keep the lights on. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully I've answered the question why I don't generally invest in African bonds. Maybe I could work with what you do, more of the day trading sort of stuff. Because if I know enough information,
can you do me a favor? Can you pull up the Tunis dinar? Because they said this year is this. That's why I was kind of guessing, but it says Tunisia, Liberia, Morocco are the three top most stable African currencies for 2023. And I was kind of guessing, like, yeah, it's usually the northern part of Africa.
Yeah, but the thing with the Tunisian lira, so the point is South Africa is it's apparently the second or third largest economy in Africa, and they also have like 3 or 4 other countries that use their currencies. So that's why I use that.
Really?
Namibia, yes, 3 or 4 other African countries use their currencies. They accept their currency as a trading situation. That's why I brought it up. But let me pull up. 1 second. This is a wrong page.
Just that same web page, just to Tunis this time, because they're about 3.04 to $1. So
let me see across time what the graph shows. Give me a second. Just trying to pull it up. Okay, found it. 5 years. Okay, there's actually more stable than the rand, right? So that's actually interesting. Yeah, so yeah, they're definitely more stable than rand. But the thing is, the currency is not used as large as South African rand. Yeah, but this is extremely stable African currency. Let me show the data. Give me a second. Yeah, so if you look at this data, you can look at that, right?
That is
$1.
That is super stable.
It barely moved anywhere. That's crazy. Yeah, that is actually very stable. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Shout out to them, man. So the one African currency is not. So 5 years ago it was like 2.7. Today it's like 3. So $1 was 2.7. Today it's like 3ish or 3.05. I mean, that's Well, yeah. I guess some African countries are doing well. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's.
Someone said
Sefa. It's Sefa. Don't look at that flex stuff. I don't think Sefa is on.
Let me see.
Oh God. Oh yeah. God. Sefa, really?
Yes, Duale, this is live. You're literally on the panel. How can you, Uncle Duale, brother? How can you ask if this is live when you're literally on the panel? Unless that's not you. Uncle Duale, can you please say something so that we know that is you? Right.
He's using his backup account without knowing. He has 3 or 4 accounts. Okay. Maybe I'm just guessing. Don't quote me on that one.
Yeah. 1 second. West African CFA. Yeah, this is interesting. I want to see across time. Let me 5 years is a good evaluation, since when you look at bonds, 5 years is not a bad maturity rate. Let's see. All right, it's actually interesting. We actually have people listening to this. 20 people. Well, actually 26 people listening, and this is not about some dusty topic. That's very strange for African conversations, BT. Usually, you'd expect like 5 people here. Yeah, if we're talking about economics. This is definitely new. This is
no. This is very important, because even for, as we talk about
it's actually, I think it's even more stable. Okay, stable, no, but it's I think it's just as stable as the dusty Tunisian currency. Let me show you. This is interesting.
Really?
Look. If we just look at the raw numbers, forget the graph. The graph is obviously more. The graph looks like it's moving up and down more because you're dealing with numbers like 500, right? But if you look at 5 years ago, it's 560. $1 was 560 CFA. Today it's only 600. That's actually a lower change percentage wise than the South African one, and it's actually the same as the Tunisian one.
Yeah, don't they say like if you invest in another country, it's about 15 to 20% in fluctuation? That is more stable.
Yeah,
50%. Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. There's just this weird spike there, right? Like I don't know what happened there. But
was it COVID? COVID happened. Look at it. I think it was COVID.
COVID. Oh, right. Yeah, COVID. Right? But if you look at it, it was actually getting stronger until that weird little spike there. So realistic. It's interesting. Yeah, it's actually stable currency. Interesting. So why do you guys hate the French so much if they're giving you guys a stable currency? That's what I'm.
But the reason that I was even bringing it up is because
people say expect the euro. That's probably why.
When we did, wait a minute.
It's not floating. Yeah.
The CFA in Cameroon is different from the one in West Africa, right?
That's the Central African one. Yeah.
Okay, that's the Central. What about the West African one?
Yeah, this is West African one. Yeah, the one I just showed up.
Okay. All right, I see. Interesting.
Yeah. It's not a floating currency. So yes, that explains it. Because I was wondering why it's like that. Yeah. Now, DG, I think you're probably, unfortunately, brother, I think when you're trying to speak, you're probably muted or something. It makes those markets less competitive. It limits growth in the long term. Yeah, that's true. You have to float your currency if you really want to compete in the international market.
Are you still for the echo, or were you ever for the echo coming into?
Yeah, I'm definitely for the echo, right? Like, I do believe. Okay, here's the thing. When people are trading with the CFA, West African CFA, they have to pay France a commission for every single trade. Right. So that isn't good for any African countries. Sure, it makes it easier for them to trade around themselves, which actually can allow them to have an economic advantage than having so many countries with different currencies. But the fact that France gets a large enough cut makes it it makes it less attractive. So for me, I do want West Africa to have an echo, and you don't have to include the French countries at first. I think you just need to do a multilateral agreement between the countries that accept this new echo, and then you start working with those countries, and as you work with those countries, you start using it as trade. It will stabilize, right? You've got larger economy, a larger population basis, so that you have certain things like quantitative easing that can actually occur. So yeah, I'm all for echo because I do believe it's a future. It's the only way African countries can get some level of control. Relying on BRICS is great as a detractor of America and the American euro-dollar system. But at the end of the day, we need our own currencies.
Yeah, but the issue they had the last time that they were trying to do the echo was that most of these countries couldn't even, their CBNs, central banks could not even meet the threshold, that's the minimum requirement to even.
Yeah.
So because the 3 or 4 strong countries in Africa, we have to show that, like Germany does for Europe. Mm-hmm. Some countries we just have to bear the burden of the failures of other CBNs, because that's so. You're looking at like Nigeria, for instance. Of course, it's going to be one of them. So you must have about 4 or 5 stable economies first that will shoulder that responsibility in case your Gabon or something goes down the hill. So that's just and by the way, should they be pegged to the euro or standalone? Do you think that for the ECO to survive, if that happens?
Okay, so the good thing is you can always change the currency type. So I say, look, peg it to begin with, create something stable. Just because when you're pegging, what you're doing is you're setting the prices towards an internationally stable currency. So peg it to the euro just to set the prices and standards so that you can trade amongst yourself. With at the end of the day, look, you have private companies trading in these countries who want to make sure that they make a profit. If you don't peg it, they're not guaranteed a profit. And you get the point. So you're not going to incentivize private companies to trade in other countries within the within the ECOWAS, unless you can kind of guarantee them that they will get their money back. So that's really the main advantage of pegging it to the euro or pegging it to $1 or something, is that you're guaranteeing people from other countries to more or less get back the value of the products that they sold or traded. And once you've seen that the system works, then I think you can start looking for independence. Once you already have like a market base. Initially, I don't think it'll work if you don't peg it, because private companies will be thinking, I'm not sure. How will I make sure that I'll get back the value of the money that I'm invested in another country? I think that's the issue. That's my opinion, yeah.
Well, I mean, one day we'll get our act together, That way we don't have to worry about all these exchange rates.
Yeah, even you do realize that even the BRICS the BRICS Bank is actually pegged to the dollar, right? Everyone has to do it initially until they're stable enough to kind of go on their own way.
Right, but how long? How long is that? Is it even if you want to do that, you must have a plan.
Yes.
So like but if you have too much instability, that is how if you're going to throw the currency, that means ECOWAS then has to have more powers in those countries to kind of in the CBN. The laws must change in the individual countries that will help the currency. Yeah. You can't have all these instabilities, and you can't have ECOWAS has to be stronger as a union. So you can't have all this coups and all that. You can't have all that now.
No, you're 100% right. And I think it will disincentivize all the actors of instability, as you just stated. Uncle Dwale, are you there now? I don't know if you're there now. Yeah, you have to unmute, Dwale. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm listening to it. It's a very interesting topic, and I'm trying to listen to it.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And let's see. You are educating us. We does this,
Yeah. Shout out. And just for YouTube purposes, this is for entertainment purpose. We're not really educated anyone. None of us here. Well, I'm not a financial.
Kaiser, by the way, interesting that we're discussing pegging and nobody mentioned gold, pegging it to gold or natural resources. We never even brought that up. Like the guy from Libya was trying to do before they killed him.
Does West Africa have a large gold reserve?
Nigeria does.
Okay.
But I don't know if it's enough to. I don't know.
Now, BT, one of the issues with gold is if you peg it to gold, you're going to deal with problems with exporting. Because if you now export it to other countries, your currency will be too strong. You don't want your currency to be too strong, because then other people can't afford to exchange your currency. Because remember, they have to exchange from their currency to the dollar, then to your currency. So if you look at that, they're already losing like 30 up to 25% value just by exchanging to your currency and buying into your currency. So generally, you don't want the currency to be too strong either. And gold, unfortunately, keeps rising higher than the dollar across time. So it might cause an issue of you guys can't export your products to other countries.
And so just do what China does, devalue on purpose for trade. China does that all the time.
Your money. That's Chinese style, yeah.
Yeah, Chinese controls their currency all the time.
Go ahead.
You know the value of their currency is actually higher than what they say it is, but they do that on purpose for trade. They do that on purpose. Yeah. So yeah, do that. Peg it or something.
Okay, yeah, you could do that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. But it's, let's say, illegally mined. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Ghana is the largest gold exporter in Africa. Yeah, but
may I ask you a question? If I come like in 3 months to Kenya, how much dollar cash they allowed at the airport? Like someone who's
I think it's $10,000 on cash.
I know,
but you can use your bank. You don't need to bring cash.
$10,000 cash.
$10,000 cash, but you don't need cash, right? You can use your bank, because what you can do is link your bank to your M-Pesa account, and you can just always withdraw.
I know. But the thing is.
Oh yeah, if you bring cash, right, you shouldn't do this. You can go to Eastleigh, find a black market. Hang on. If you bring cash, you can go to Eastleigh, find a black market. You should not do this, by the way. You can get at least 20% more money than the official bank rate. You should not do that. That's wrong. Don't do it. Right?
I'm at the airport in Kenya, Nairobi Airport. What's it called? Some Jomo Kenyatta Airport.
Jomo Kenyatta Airport. Yeah.
And I came from Germany. I have like 100,000 euros cash. Would that be acceptable to Kenyan authorities?
Yeah, it is legal, but you have to pay a small tax, obviously, to the people to let you through. But not much. But where do you want cash? Oh, you want to go to Eastleigh? Never mind. I understand. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, many of us don't trust, especially the young small businesses. They don't know bank system and how banks work, and many of them carry their cash, their capital. I met someone in Thailand who like $800,000 cash at the airport, and the Thais were like, "Oh, this guy has $800,000 cash. How much does he have in the bank? How much does he have in the credit?" And if you ask him, this is all what he has at all. This is his, from to A to Z. This is his capital. And he was going to buy something from Thailand and going back to Djibouti and sell them, mainly shoes and tunas and something like that. But the Thai authorities allow him to have his cash and spend it in Thailand. And that's so many things in East Africa. What's wrong with us? Because thank you very much. We need to regulate people who are going to come into the country and buying stuff, even though they got dollars and euros. In Ethiopia, you can't even go like $500. If you go to Ethiopia, to Ridawa, Nazareth, and they tell you have like $100, they're gonna arrest you.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Actually, in Ethiopia, you cannot leave the country with dollars. It is illegal, actually, unless you've gone through all the right channels. You're a merchant or you're a student. Yeah, Ethiopia will not let you leave the country with dollars. And when you come with the country with dollars, they're happy, but officially they'll give you very bad rates. So what people do, I'm not telling you to do this. Do not do this. It's not right. It's illegal. But what people do, they find a black market where they get about 30% more money in bid based on the dollars or euros or pounds. That's what people do. Right? Do not do it. It's wrong and it's illegal. Go and exchange your money in Ethiopia in the bank. Do not find a black market. Do not go to Mexico City in Ethiopia and exchange your money. Don't go there. It's wrong. You must go to the official bank of the Abyssinia Bank to get your money from there.
The bank, whatever there is. Yeah. If you want to send some money to someone who is in Ethiopia, that's like $200, something like this. They're gonna give him the rate, the official rate of there, and nothing. But if you use like the unofficial way, just like do you know something called Somali Hawala?
Yeah, of course. Hawala.
Oh yeah, these guys are playing games, man. These guys are great. Yeah. You can send your money now not using the traditional bank, but using the Hawala way, and your friend or your member, your family member will get that money. Just let us say 10 to 15 minutes with the unofficial rates, which is not the national bank, but it is the black market, and he will get it. And yeah, you see how people are going to make some means and to struggle. Even though in the banking system we are very slow and we are not good at it, but still people are fighting, struggling to have an access to currency.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. UFC, are you still there, brother? And to Niger, I'm not too sure if you guys are still listening to the conversation. Uncle Forefathers, are you there? Mali boy Portland forced you to your weapons. Oh my god. Yeah, how come you Somalilanders and Somalis are hating on each other? You guys are one peoples. You must love each other's.
No, we don't. No, nobody hates anyone, brother. We are just one people, and we are all Somalis, and we're going to be united one, and we're going to colonize you guys. So be ready, guys.
Right, I see. So you all love each other, right?
But you are a smart one guy. We will give you a chance. Just don't worry about it. We're gonna conquer those Kokuyos. You know that.
I'm a polygamist, right? I'm looking for at least 2 more wives. So if you can find a good road, let me know.
Oh yeah, okay. Welcome, brother. I respect polygamists. Our men are dying. Our men are in the sea. Our men are in the desert. Our men are having problems, and we have so many women who are left. I am open for marriage. I don't like dating. I don't like haram thing. But if you are going to marry someone, I don't care who you are. I respect that.
Okay.
Great thing.
This is good. Yeah.
I respect polygamy. Even though I have only one woman, and I'm not going to have a second wife, this is enough for me. But I will respect anyone who wants to have one more woman, because we got so many females over there, man.
Mm-hmm. No, this
so many.
Yeah. Landia.
Welcome, man. Have a Darod, have a Hawiye, have a Bantu, have a Isaac. Any woman will be happy to have you.
Yeah, mashallah, man. That's what we want to see. This is Pan-Africanism, Are you at work, Dwale?
Hey, this is not Pan-Africanism. This is. I'm going to work. I'm just. I'm in
the train.
Italian restaurant now. Let me show you. Let me open my camera. Yeah, I'm in a great Italian restaurant. And see, this is my coffee. I'm drinking my coffee. I'm waiting my food. It's like almost 7:30. I'm going to work at 8 o'clock until morning 6 o'clock. But I'm just enjoying my day. And just like 1 hour before work, I like to eat my breakfast in all night working. And this is me, man. Your Somali Bantu guy is right here. Anyone who wants to know.
Shout out to the Somali Bantu brother over there, man. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Yeah, cheers. So how much is your coffee and food that you're about to eat? 10 euros?
No, the coffee costs €1.90. No. It's not so that expensive. But I pay with tips, so it's like €2. And I'm waiting for a nice food, which is a Somali Italian food. It's like cheese with spinach. They make spinach, and I will show you when it comes. And it's great. I have my own food. My wife cooked for me, of course. I will be eating like at the midnight. But this is just breakfast. I'm just enjoying it and having a good time. Be happy just before the stress of the work. Eat something good make you strong, so you will work for the white man. No, not white man. My boss is actually South Korean, so.
It's because okay, you're working for South Korea.
So.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, this
here
is
my food comes now. Yeah, yeah, right here. Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sean. That is my. You see it?
Nice. Okay, that looks like a beautiful.
And spinach in.
Wow, looks nice, man.
It looks like a baladi ugali, but it's okay, you know. Just like
okay.
It's just like I'm in Nairobi and enjoying my ugali.
Yeah, it's looking good, man. I'm jealous.
And
man.
of course, we don't eat it with our hands. We use a spoon and fork, like normal whites do, because we don't want to make these people
feel crazy, right?
But it is hot, so I will wait and I will enjoy just listening to you. Not even talking, just listening, because it's entertaining and at the same time, it's also educating.
Yeah, this is making sense. Yeah, that looks good, man. I'm actually jealous. Today I've not eaten yet. I'll eat maybe after 5 hours. Yeah, so this is good. Yeah, it looks nice, man. Like
I'm tired of pasta and sukar and breeze. Pasta and sukar and breeze and chickens and meat and banana. I'm tired. So sometimes we need to eat some other food. It's not all the time, but maybe once a week or once a month. We just need to eat some halal food, which is being made by the white guy, because these guys are very, very intelligent.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Damn. Look at this. Look what they made, man. Look. This is cheese, man. Look at it. It's cheese, fromage, and they put it inside.
Fromage. That's the way they call it fromage.
Look at that. They call this, fromage. Look at that. This is spinach, man.
Yeah, now that looks good, man. Is there pasta inside, like spaghetti?
No. It's just spinach. It's spinach. I don't know how you call it in German. It's like a vegetable. No meat, nothing. It's called spinach. It's a green thing. It's a green leaf. Maybe someone in the chat will help me and tell you how this is in English. It's you can write it. It's spinach. Spinige. Spinach. It's a green vegetable. It's a highly protein. Make your sugar low, your blood pressure low, and it gives you an energy. At the same time, you don't feel hungry. You're not full. You don't feel full, but at the same time, you don't feel also hungry. It just gives you work like 4 hours, 5 hours, and only drink food. It's like what is it called? Our brown beans in Somalia or our white beans in Djibouti.
Interesting.
Great. And of course, you know what? They are serving us an Ethiopian coffee here. You can buy here in my town Ethiopian coffee like 500 grams, $12, 12 euros. And I'm wondering, this family is going to have like 50 cents, even though they have the coffee. But we are buying it like 12 euros for 500 grams of Ethiopian coffee here, right here.
Wow.
Very expensive. And it's also tasty. Yeah.